Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this week's cosmic guidance for the 11th of October through until the 17th. So if you are new to me and my channel, a big warm welcome. It is so great to have you here. If you've been on this journey with me for a while, love and appreciate your support so much. I am new onto YouTube, but I'm on other social media platforms for a little bit longer, and really happy to be sharing these updates on YouTube at this time, and really supporting my fellow visionaries, light workers, healers, spiritual entrepreneurs in tapping into the highest timeline for your life and business as you learn to co-create with cosmic intelligence. So on these weekly forecasts, I do look at the planetary shifts, so what's going on in the cosmos, but also from the lens of the Akashic Records as well, and any channel guidance that comes in relation to the highest interpretation for how to co-create with this energy. So if that interests you, be sure to subscribe, and I would love to have you be on this journey with me. So to give a little context for this week, as we move into this week, we are just building up from the energy of the new moon in Libra. And anytime we have a new moon, it is a time to go inward and really connect to our intentions, the core of those intentions, and kind of detaching or a little bit from the outside world's expectations of what we should be creating, and actually coming back to, what do I desire to create? What is my soul here to share with the world? What really lights me up? And when we take time to do that, we can anchor into our intentions in very powerful ways, in ways that are very aligned. And then following the new moon, the week following the new moon, is a time where we begin to take action on those intentions. And you'll see the energies that we have this week are very supportive of that. Now, we are also still in a Mercury retrograde. Mercury is retrograding right now through the sign of Libra. And what I feel from the Akashic Records, this message coming in of really be aware of the patterns that are surfacing in your relationships at this time, because they are likely patterns that have been at play for a little while, and they're coming up now for you to examine them and ask if you want to continue having this pattern in your life. So this could be a pattern of feeling like you're being left out, that you don't quite belong. And it's time to have a new way to look at that, right? A new way to look at that, a new way to see that, or perhaps make some changes in your relationships, have conversations around this, depending on your situation. That's just one example. Maybe that's not a pattern for you, but maybe the pattern is feeling like you're not heard in your relationships, like you're communicating and you're sharing, but people aren't understanding you, or they're not fully receiving what you're saying. So this Mercury retrograde is a really powerful time to become aware of what those patterns are, especially in terms of how we are relating to other people, how those patterns are playing out in our life, in our business, and being able to shift them if they no longer serve us. When we become consciously aware of the patterns that are at play in our life, then we no longer have to be in default, right? It's like, okay, I'm aware of this pattern and I now have a choice. Do I want to continue in this cycle, or am I going to choose something new? Beautiful time to choose something new. In Mercury retrograde, that is one of the blessings, is we're able to really see those patterns and to choose again. So as it begins to station direct, we're having a new way of seeing the world, a new way of showing up, a new relationship with our thoughts and our belief systems, which is so powerful. So let's move in and look a little bit more closely at the specific energies of this week. So Monday and Tuesday, we have the moon in Capricorn. And a moon in Capricorn is very stable, very ambitious, and very supportive of these new moon energies in terms of, let's move forward with the intentions you set at this new moon, because the Capricorn energy brings in this element of earth. And it's very grounded, and it's asking you to put a plan in place. Let's take action. There's time to be in meditation and to be in daydreaming, and I do feel there's so much power in that. And then there's also a time to take those intentions from the energetic realm and bring them into physical form, physical manifestation, by taking action on them, on our desires, on the goals that we desire to achieve. And a Capricorn moon is really helpful in doing this. Now, a Capricorn moon also reminds us not to rush. Capricorn isn't interested in fleeting success and just throwing things out to the world randomly and see what takes and see what doesn't. It's very, very intentional. And it also reminds us to trust in divine timing, to trust in the timing of the universe. And I think sometimes this can be a little bit misunderstood. People say trust in divine timing, and they use that as an excuse to not take action. I don't use it in that way. I think we have to show up fully, be committed to the life we want to create, the results we want to create, and fully do our part. Now, what this energy reminds us of is there is a flow to life. And sometimes our ego says, I want it now. And the universe says, hey, let's prepare you for your desire. If we get something before we're ready for it, we can't fully enjoy it to the highest potential, or we sabotage our success. So this could be maybe a new income goal that you're moving into in your business, and you're like, why hasn't it happened yet? I want it to happen now. And what if you could trust that the universe is preparing you for the receiving of that next level of money, that next income? And if we see it as a preparation, it becomes really powerful. We sink into surrender and we trust the process. We are being prepared to handle what we desire. And that can be a beautiful thing. So a Capricorn moon really teaches us that. I really feel that energy at play on Monday and Tuesday as we move into this week. Now, on Wednesday, we have a beautiful connection between Venus and Saturn. They're forming a sextile, and Venus governs relationships. So really throughout Libra season, we definitely see this theme of relationships, not just with the sun in Libra, but with Mercury retrograding through Libra. We now have Venus forming this sextile with Saturn as well, and relationships are still coming to the forefront. Again, being aware of what patterns are surfacing at this time in your relationships. They're probably not new patterns. So digging into that. Also, how I see this energy is actually really, really beautiful for moving forward with your goals, especially money goals, bringing money into the equation. Again, Venus represents money as well, and Saturn is that very tangible energy of discipline and action, whereas Venus is very much being guided by the heart, expanding your capacity to receive. So this can even be a good opportunity to look at what channels do you have open for having money flow into your experience. And this is something we're working on in the Divine Creators Inner Circle throughout October. It's all about creating an abundant relationship with money. And this week's focus is increasing the flow of money in your life, as well as activating your unique abundance codes. So if you want to join me in that space, I'll pop the link below. Initially, the doors were closed on Sunday, and I had some people reach out. It's Thanksgiving in Canada, and they were spending time with family and forgetting and asking if I could extend it a little bit longer. So if I do that for some people, I want to make it fair for everyone. So I will keep this open throughout Monday. If you want to explore what the Divine Creators Inner Circle is all about, I'll attach the link below where you can dive into the details. So also on Wednesday, we have the moon moving into Aquarius, and this really brings up themes around belonging and connection as well. It also can kind of ignite your inner rebel, the part of you that doesn't want to be fenced in, that doesn't necessarily want to just follow the status quo. You want to break free and do it your way. Like that part of you can really be ignited during this time. And it's also this beautiful reminder from the universe that one of the best gifts you can give to the world is being your authentic self. You are a unique expression of infinite intelligence. And while we, I believe, live many lifetimes on this planet and others and incarnate in many different ways, this is the only life I have as Cara Melendi. This is the only life you have in this body. And it's very, very significant. Like there's so much beauty and power in that. And the Aquarius moon reminds us of that. And it even takes it a step further to say, how are you using your gifts and your talents to contribute to the evolution and the growth of this planet and the bettering of the planet for everyone, creating a more harmonious world for all of us. So really lovely energies on Wednesday. Throughout Thursday, we get to play with the energy of the Aquarian moon as well. And on Friday, we have this beautiful aspect between Jupiter and the sun. Jupiter is going to trine the sun. A trine is a 120-degree aspect that happens that in astrology is known to be very harmonious. And Jupiter is about expansion and abundance. The sun is about our identity, our personality. And when they flow together, we become more open to adventure. We become more open to connection with people. This is a really good energy to learn something new. And Jupiter goes beyond just learning things and collecting information for the sake of it. It's actually about how you use that information to translate it into wisdom. Like learning and knowing something is the first step of the process. How you utilize that information and embody that's where it becomes wisdom. And I feel Jupiter really speaks to that. It's like the higher octave of learning. It's more about translating that into wisdom. So really, really lovely energies on Friday to tap into. And on Saturday, going into the weekend, we have the moon in Pisces. So very creative energy at play there, very connected to our intuitive gifts, our higher self. And on Saturday, we have Mercury sextiling Venus. And how I see this is this coming together of our heart and our mind, our logic and our intuition. And sometimes we feel these things have to be at odds with one another. It's like our mind is pulling us one way and our heart's pulling us the other way. The more we can integrate that and we can appreciate our mind, our logic, our heart, our intuition, and have them be integrated, the more we make decisions with ease, right? We're not at odds with these different aspects of ourselves, but they're merging and dancing together. This energy speaks to that. Not in a struggle way, but a very lovely energy as we move throughout Friday and Saturday of trusting our heart, trusting our intuition, feeling confident in where we are being guided, feeling comfortable saying yes to new adventures in our life. Really lovely. Now on Sunday, we have a more challenging aspect with the sun squaring Pluto. But how I really see, if you've been following me, you know, I'm all about working with these energies always in the highest expression. I don't believe that these planetary shifts are out to control us or get us or knock us down. They're here to help us evolve. And when we learn how to co-create with them, that's what we do. We're always being fully supported. So sun squaring Pluto can bring up feelings of jealousy or where we feel the need to manipulate others, misuse power, where we may have power misused against us. So let me put another twist on this. Even with this theme around jealousy that may be ignited during this time, especially with the sun in Libra in our relationships, often we see jealousy as a very negative thing because the actions we take when we are jealous at times are not good. And that's very true. Another way to see jealousy is, wow, I'm jealous because this is something I want in my life as well. So if we can move beyond the detrimental side of what jealousy can bring out in us, the shadow side, and we see it as, oh, wow, this person has something or is creating something that I desire as well. That's a beautiful sign that I can create it too. And when we work with it in that way, it becomes very powerful, where we no longer act in inappropriate ways in response to those feelings of jealousy that may emerge, but we look at, how can I use this as simply information? I wouldn't be jealous if I didn't want this myself. So what is this saying about what I desire to create? And how can I get busy creating that and busy sending that person love for being a living example of what is possible on the planet? See how powerful that becomes when we learn how to work with Pluto energy. Oh, it's incredible because it's about how we wield our power, how we move beyond old ways of using power that was about keeping people down and manipulation. And instead we use it to lift people up, to empower those around us. Wow, there's so much beauty in that. We also have the moon in Pisces throughout most of Sunday as well. So I do feel there's a beauty here of recognizing that, wow, there's some of these shadow characteristics that may be coming out around jealousy, and how can I use this in a way that serves me around comparison instead of comparing, cheering people on, and again, seeing it as, wow, look what's possible. This person went first and paved the way and showed me, and now I get to step up and create that and inspire other people. So overall, I really I'm enjoying the energies this week. I feel they can really bring a lot of insight into those deeper shadow patterns at play in our life and give us a chance to transform it, while also an energy of really building forward momentum here and remembering that Pluto is now direct as well. So this aspect with the sun becomes more powerful as well. So really, really love these energies for creating this week, becoming aware of patterns, becoming aware of how we can use our power in ways that create incredible results in our life and for the planet. So once again, if you want to join me in the NR Circle, I will attach the link below. Be sure to subscribe so you get in on these weekly cosmic updates, new and full moon rituals. There's even some meditations I have on here for you. And of course, I'm just beginning to grow and expand my channel. So I'm so honored to have you on this journey with me. Sending you so much love and light, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.